Yo, what is happening, ladies and gentlemen? I am back in college. I ain't do a video with Calease in a while. I think since November.
Yeah, it's definitely been a minute.
It's been a minute, but it definitely feels great to be back in college. As you can see in the background, we're getting a snowstorm.
Yeah.
All the way up here, and it's been a crazy adventure coming back to school for their new semester.
Yeah.
But we are back. The videos are gonna be back for college, and I'm really excited to just really start that whole journey.
Let's
but
go.
yeah, it's gonna be nice, crazy. Hopefully, some new faces on the pod. You'll probably see Calease again on the pod.
Definitely gonna see me a lot, man.
Definitely, because he's a great person to talk about
Appreciate
stuff
you,
in the
bro.
real world. Yeah, no problem.
This is
bro.
your podcast. I just want to say it's a blessing first. Like having me on this podcast, man. I'm thankful for
Yeah.
it because I have a way to reach out to other people through something that you created simply, not me. So this is your work. This is your gift. So thank you.
No problem, bro. And I'm glad that God has been with me throughout the entire process. He's been with Calease too.
Yeah, for sure.
Being like having God as our savior. It feels like it's everything. You know what I'm saying? Because God's good all the time.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get into today's episode. And Calease, why don't you take away of what we're gonna be talking about today?
All right. So me personally, I document things that I go through in my life so I could go back and just look at my notes. So as we get straight into it, I just want to talk about how the people depict life and how they place their depiction and their belief on you. And it can cause error, it can cause chaos, it can cause you to change your way of faith, belief, and whatever you believe in. I just feel like truly you should believe in what you believe in. There's nothing wrong with learning or wanting to learn, but if you actually believe in this in something and no one else believe in what you believe in, if you're still with me, if you're listening, then just go for it. Do what you feel is best for you. Take pride in what you do. Have faith and hope in what you do. But we'll just be diving straight into your way of thinking and how you handle certain things, and more so about how do you match your mind with your energy, how do you match your mind with your faith, because things can get tough, life can get tough, but you just got to keep pushing no matter what.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Keeping that faith and belief and hope strong is key.
Definitely 100%.
So let's begin. So as we
begin.
dive into it, again, I just want to thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, no problem, bro. No problem. Love doing the vids.
I just want to talk about how the media, people in general, humans, because that's who behind this all, just like normalize dysfunction. And when I mean dysfunction, things that we know are not okay, that could be like relationships, that could be financial wise, that could be trauma, health, mental, that could be anything possible. It's a variety of things, but excuse me.
No problem.
Things that we know that are not okay and we force it to be okay, admit it that it's not okay. Admit when you're weak, admit when you're vulnerable, instead of letting pride get in the way of those things, because it just makes things much more dysfunctioned. And when things are dysfunctioned and out of your control, we as humans tend to try to take back control of it as if we're God, or as if we are empowered to take back in control of what we want. We're not going to always have what we want, so we just have to understand that we have to make way with what we have until we reach a certain level or a certain point of life to make those decisions. It's one step at a time. Have faith. Another thing is, when in need of prayer, and we know when you're in prayer, you're vulnerable. If you don't know now, you know you're vulnerable. Remove your pride. Please remove your pride when you're speaking to God or when you're speaking to someone during your vulnerability, because that blocks your blessings. No one is going to want to help anyone that is so prideful that they can't see their own mistakes or simply can't be responsible and take responsibility for the things they may simply have caused upon themselves. So take responsibility of your actions, your behaviors, and your choices, because they all have consequences.
Yeah, definitely.
Another thing that I wanted to speak about truly was like have your own way of like handling certain situations when things get like complicated. I'll say you have to find your purpose and a reason to handle those situations. It may not be as similar to anyone else's, but that's okay, because everyone has their own ways of digesting conflicts and finding solutions for those things. So yes, it's good to stay open-minded and not so close-minded about the negative things when they happen and occur in your life, because things will happen in your life, but always remain positive. Keep going. Keep your head on your shoulders. Find a solution. Find the good out of the bad, and just keep moving forward. Before I continue, because you know I'm gonna yap all day, is there anything you want to add on or say, man?
I feel like as a person, like I feel like paying attention to detail is a really important thing too.
Yeah.
I know, like, cause I was taught, learning about detail
Yeah.
and everything like that, as a sophomore in high school, like going into my sophomore year of high
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
I felt like, as freshmen in high school, like as a freshman in high school, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We were all young before. You're technically basically
Yeah.
a middle schooler
We
heading
still
into
learning. Yep.
like maturity.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So like when you're not paying attention too close to detail, you kind of lose sight
Yep.
in like what like you're really trying to achieve.
Yeah.
Like your whole purpose in school is to get an education. It's cool to have friends like every now and then. Hang out with friends because you want to have good social health. There's a lot of different kinds of health.
Right.
Like physical, mental health, so like that social health.
Yeah.
You definitely want to pay attention to that. So
You
like,
have to. That's mandatory.
definitely. So like paying attention to like detail is important. Like, is this guy really my friend? Like, is
Yeah.
he a good influence on me?
Right.
Like for like me and Calease. Calease is a good
Yeah.
influence.
You are
I
too,
see,
man.
Thanks, bro. He's a great influence. I know that because I see a lot of his videos of what he be posting on Instagram. Like, oh, I'm selling cars. I'm like,
I tried, man.
that's
just a
but
blessing, man. I tried.
but God gave you a gift.
Yes,
like
he
I'm
did.
doing this. I'm a servant of God. I'm handling prayer. I'm in the gym working out. That's attention to detail
Yeah.
of what these type of friends are. So definitely, and like the more you grow up, and the more you also have to learn knowledge. Also, knowledge wise, it's like my dad said, knowledge is power.
Oh, yeah.
Like we said before, knowledge is power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely is.
so like just because like hey, like say if you like graduate college, like what do you do now? You're not in school no more. There's nothing to do. That doesn't mean you can't, stop learning.
Yeah.
You have to learn, the more and more you go. Like, oh, I don't know much about investing. Let's
Yeah.
invest my money.
Yeah.
Let's invest money in God.
Right.
Let's go to church. Let's see what the church is saying. What's the word for today? Of
Yeah.
what God wants me to hear today. That's why going to church is very essential.
Yeah.
So definitely focus up, and paying attention to detail also helps your mind.
I agree, man. That's great advice. Thank you, man.
No problem.
Next, I just want to add, this is for everybody. Simply think. Anybody that's in high school, anybody that's in middle school, anybody that's going through any kind of changes, parents, anybody. It doesn't matter. Again, this is a national video. If you could say that, anyone can look at it. If they was to go on the page and click, but anything other than less. I just want to say, as you are on your journey, really think about what and who you are following, and think about what you are becoming as you are following whatever you're following. I'll say that again. As you are on your journey, think about who you are becoming and what you are following. Let's pause for a moment. Hope you got it. Lock it in, man. Really think. Really take that time and really seek and just be in search of that question, honestly, because that question is going to continuously go through your head as you progress through so many different stages of life. And this journey, we don't know when our last day is going to be, but at the same time, I don't think anyone's thinking about that. Everyone's thinking about in the moment right now, which you should. Think about the present instead of thinking about so much about the future and the next car you want, the next house you want, the next girl you want. That's all the stuff that's gonna be there. That's never gonna change. You know what I mean? But your life can change faster than you think.
Definitely.
Don't think about the temporary things. All those things can be taken away. Houses, cars, materialistic things, women. That's just there. It is what it is. Love who you love and actually love who you love, and mean it. So family. Actually love them, because you only get one family until you start your own. So
Definitely. I know. I always appreciate my family for doing this. Like especially like the mothers and fathers. They know, they know more than you do. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been on the earth. Like they've been your age before.
Yeah.
So like even though my father teaches me discipline. He teaches me like he's not doing that to be mean or because he's being a jerk. He's saying that because he cares about you.
Yeah.
Your mom, like my mom too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just because they yell at you and all that doesn't mean they're putting you down.
Right.
The people who put you down don't truly care about you.
Yeah, for sure.
Like your mom and dad, they care about everything you do.
Yeah.
They just want you to focus up. They want you to get good grades. They want to break that family tradition, like a negative family tradition.
Yeah, let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
Let's break those stereotypes, because
Yeah.
people stereotype a lot of things. It don't have to necessarily just be you and your color. It could just be you simply, just based on your preference. Everything can be stereotyped nowadays. People are really a judge before they understand someone or get to meet them. But I can honestly say, now speaking of judge and stereotypes, now that I just reached over a little bit to that concept, I just want to really speak on certain things that I noticed. A lot of people don't want people to depict them as this negative, sinful, lustful, evil, or whatever the case is. Negative things. Let's say negative things in general. They don't want people to depict them as that, but then that's how they present themselves on platforms, on dates, or it could be anything simple. It could be anything as much as national, where everybody can see it. If you don't want people to depict you as that, please do not perceive yourself as that, because you will only attract the wrong crowd, and then you will continuously ask yourself, why am I in this position constantly? Then most people will go to God and question God when really it's just truly themselves. It's their own choices and behaviors. We as humans also, including myself, when I say things like this, because I'm still learning. I'm not perfect at all, and I'm not either judging anyone or saying this is bad. We all learn, but I truly just dislike when people will try to mislead and misjudge someone and then go back behind their backs and do the same thing that they told someone else not to do. Be mindful of those people, because in my eyes, those people are very selfish, self-centered. Sometimes selfish and self-centered is not too bad, but it gets to a point, honestly. I just feel like those people just want to be the light of the show. They want to be the guys to just try to teach everybody everything and, not have it right themselves, Everyone doesn't have it right, but, there's just blessings to make it seem as if we are close to God. But no one would ever be God. Understand that.
Yeah.
You are yourself. God has given gifts to many different people, to express those gifts to many different things, through many different things, But we simply don't usually express those gifts the correct way. I'm not really here to tell you how to really express those gifts, but I'll say you can't take and not give. That's how I'll put it. If you understand it, you understand. You cannot take and not give. Understand this. This can be something so simple. This can be something as, let's say if you start classes or something, you're charging people $7, $8 or something to join your class to teach them on anything, whatever comes to mind. That's taken. At the end of the day, you're getting a profit from that. So if you're taking from someone and not giving them full support or ideas of things, and you're shortening up their knowledge and information of things, preventing them from succeeding or reaching further, even further than you, if so, oh well. If you're not giving back, then what are you in this for? That's evil in my eyes. You just take and you don't give back. You have to give in some way, shape, or form, and that's just the truth. That's bound.
That's just the truth.
That's bound. That's the code. God tells you this.
Yes.
So make way with those gifts and just make a way to give back, of course, at all times. Whenever you can, I'll say. Not every time. It doesn't have to be every time, but whenever you can, just try. Because God is always going to try with you. And when you ask God for things and ask for forgiveness and you pray and you talk about all these things that you've been through and you're vulnerable at that time. Think about how vulnerable someone is for them to sit there and tell you what they're going through, how much it takes. It removes your pride at that moment, which is good, because it's better to see someone when they're less prideful. It's more authentic. A lot of people don't have authenticity.
Authenticity.
Yeah, so it's just a good feeling when you see someone with less pride and you're speaking to them about structure or life, foundation, how to build yourself, how to maintain yourself, goals, accomplishments, where were you weakened, the good and the bad, But it always should be the good outweighing the bad. Always remember that. But before I continue yapping again, I know my brother has something to say, man. Go ahead, jump in. Let me know. What do you think about this? Any thoughts? Anything?
I feel like with pride, definitely, pride is a huge thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a huge thing. Some people take it for granted. Some people don't take advantage of it. Sometimes it's a bad thing. Sometimes it's a good thing.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? We all have pride in it, in our lives. But when you have God, along with your pride, you have to realize, I trust God more than I trust, my pride. If God is telling me something, then I'm gonna listen to him and I'm gonna do that.
Right.
Because he put me here for a reason, so he knows what's best for me. He knows what decisions I should make. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why I try to be pride, but I try to put God first before I put anything.
Yeah. I feel like, again, we're all human, so everyone has some type of pride. I'm not saying don't have any pride in what you are doing and have any grace in what you are doing. Of course. Step foot in confidence as much as possible in what you are doing, but understand you will be humbled if you feel like you're bigger than the program. Understand that. Definitely. You will be humbled immediately. And again, all the materialistic things that people idolize and, just make it so bound to have. They make it to the point where they're telling people oh, if you don't have this or that, then you're not qualified in this life. No. Understand this. You are qualified without anyone telling you that you are qualified. And that's that. Don't ever let anyone sit there and tell you you're not qualified enough for anything, because that's pride getting in the way. That means they're in a position to tell someone something because of the pride that they have and the power at the moment. But that is all temporary. That power, that house, that money, that car, all that stuff can be taken away. And it's not like you want it to be taken away. You don't want that stuff to be taken away from anyone, especially if they work hard for that. I actually like to see people accomplishing things and being successful, but it's just certain people are abusive to their gifts.
That's true.
And when I see it, it's just what are you doing? Because then when they get taken away from you, now you're going to be back crying out loud to everyone to help you, to assist you. But you turn people down, you turn your back on people. You take so much, and you're not giving. You're not giving the time to God. You're not giving your energy to God. You forgot about God. You turn your back on God, the man, the creator that gives back to you, to place you in positions to where you wouldn't have to look back to your trauma, your past, and say, I can't do this. So you won't give up. He gave you a chance, because that's what God is good for. He's good for chances.
Definitely.
He always will give chances. So never turn your back on someone that gives you the chance. They always have a saying of never bite the hand that feeds you. If God is feeding you information, love, kindness, guidance, protection, if he's feeding you all these things constantly, why would you ever turn your back on someone that is giving you everything that you have asked for? Just be mindful of that, because it always comes back and bites. It's karma. You know how that go. Just be fruitful. Be truthful to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with the people that surround you as much as you can. Sometimes, you have to lie to get through things, to tell yourself you're okay. But we need to start admitting that we're not okay when we're not okay. Because we're not. If you're not okay, you're not okay. The other day I had to admit to myself, I'm not okay. You know why? Because at the end of the day, I had so much responsibility and things on my back to the point where sometimes you could feel overloaded. Sometimes you could feel a bit of a headache creating. And that can cause distraction, that can cause anger, that can cause worry. If you're angered and you're worried, how can you ever focus? You need to clear your conscience and relax and breathe. Take time for yourself. You work so hard, you have to play hard and work hard. You know what I mean? So when it's time to have fun, go have fun.
Yeah.
As much as you can, enjoy this life. Because it won't be like this forever. It won't. And as we sleep and as we wake up, it changes day by day, hour by hour, second by second. There's something new happening in this world that we call life.
Yeah.
In earth. People disobeying all kinds of rules and orders, which is okay, because risk, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with risk, but there's a difference between risk and complete, I'm just going to say it, mentally disabled. And even the mental disabled people are very smart. Never put anything past them. But at least they are brave enough to say, I have this ability, I have this disability. You know what I mean? Versus someone that is human, that doesn't think they have a disability, they're quick to be like, oh, no, I don't think I have that. I'm good. I don't need no help. I don't need you. I don't need this. Bro, seek help. That is important. The resources in front of you, they got organizations for that, programs for that. Seek help, bro. If you're not okay, you're not okay.
Yeah.
You know? It's all right. It's going to eventually work out.
Like, it's like my father always told me, like, when I was, like, you know, when I was feeling, like, mentally broken.
Yeah.
At one point in my life, he always told me, don't hold stuff in.
Yeah.
If you hold stuff in, you're gonna make it worse for yourself.
Yeah.
You can't fight every battle by yourself.
Yeah.
You know, even though as a lot of people grow as men, you have a lot of responsibilities, you know, and they have stuff like that. But if you need help, and you have a friend, your family, your sister, brother, cousin, you know, someone who influences you to be the best the best that you can be.
Yeah.
Reach out to them.
Yep.
Don't think you're in this world alone.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, not to, like, you know, make it sound scary for anybody there.
It's life,
you know,
man.
It's life.
It's
you know,
real.
you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow.
Get real out there.
You know what I'm saying? You could lose someone tomorrow, and you know, it could happen. You know, that's just life.
Including yourself. You can lose yourself.
Yeah, including yourself too. So always take everything for granted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know when your last day is.
Yep.
And you know, if you have anyone at home, like, who's like valuable to you, and you're going through something, and like a therapist too.
Yeah.
If you need to reach out to a therapist, go ahead and reach out. Don't be afraid to talk.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to speak up.
But not to cut you off, I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually bond with mentally disabled people. Challenged.
Yeah.
I'll say challenged. I don't like to use the disabled word. They're very smart. Again, I come across them day by day. They're actually in our school, but I actually like them much more. You know why? You wanna know why?
Well, yeah.
They're authentic, bro.
They're authentic.
They come to you and they tell you what's up. Like, they let you know, you know?
Yeah.
They tell you the truth. And you can see the truth.
Definitely.
Versus people that just don't want to say that they're mentally challenged. They just come off as if they don't need no one in this world. They don't need no help. They put on a mask. They act like they're okay every day. They get out to bed and get dressed like everything okay. They fight for their life every single day. And still perceive to say they're okay. Knowing they can shut down any day, any minute, any time of the day. If you're not okay, just be authentic. Be responsible of that. Mental health is serious.
Yeah.
And really take action in it. Find some type of purpose, some type of care, something.
Definitely. No, you definitely gotta. We have resources in this world,
Yeah.
you know, that like you can use.
Yeah, be authentic, bro.
Yeah.
I like authentic people. When they keep it just straight, flat out. Some people can't understand or handle those type of things, but authentic will really get you further than you actually believe. When you are true to yourself, it actually helps so much because now people can actually trust you. You build more trust when you're authentic versus when you try too hard. When you try too hard, people can actually see through that. I know I can, but people can actually see through that. And then eventually, even if they don't see through that, eventually it always comes to light. And then when you see the truth, it's like, damn, all you had to do was just tell me the truth. You know? And it hurts you much more because you've been lied to for so long and they held on to it for who knows why. When all you had to do was just be authentic. I'm going to accept you for who you are, and God will always accept you for who you are. So never go to him with a mask. That is my whole conclusion of this. It don't have to be me because I'm going to be honest with you. I can care less if you come to me. But if you come to me authentic, then I'm going to care.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to be there for you. But if you're not coming to me with your true self and your actual kindness and your heart, your actual deepness, your soul, your sensitivity, as a human we all have, if you can't come to me like that and you want to be all hard, stuck up, not understanding, not wanting to understand, knowing that you can understand. If you don't want to be compliable or just communicating in general, if you don't want to communicate, then I'm not even going to stress it, you know. I'm going to just let you figure out everything that you can figure out and just pray for you. That's the least and the most I can do with those kind of situations. It's nothing else you can really do for everyone, but when you can do for someone, try.
Try.
But that's only, I'll say, I've learned to only go out my way for those who actually truly want to learn. And God will always go out his way for those who truly want to learn. Understand that. You can want to learn. It's a difference between wanting something and needing something. When you need something, that is a priority. You can't go without it. You can barely breathe without it. So when God puts you in that position to need him, he's going to meet every requirement you ever thought of, as you ever presented to him. When you just want something, that's just temporarily. At the next hour, you don't care. You don't want him. You don't even care if you go without it. Want and need is two different things. You need him. Understand that. You need him. It's not a want. Because every time you want something, you go back and you ask that person for something. But then when they need something, you can't provide it simply because you're not okay. So place yourself in those moments and understand that. For you to be okay, just take that pride away and understand that you need it.
Exactly. That's pretty much all you can do, really. Like in this life we live in, it's definitely a hard life we live in.
Yeah.
You know, I keep God with me.
Yeah.
That's pretty much.
Even though it's not easy, I can honestly say I'm walking in blessing. I'm walking in my purpose. Piece by piece, I'm understanding my purpose still, but I'm still walking in it, and I'm grateful and I'm thankful because at the end of the day, I can sit here and complain about all these things that's going on, but think about it like this. I was just complaining, let's say 2 years ago, about the things that weren't going on, and then you get in that position, and then you complain about the things that are going on. Which one is it? You want them taken away or you want to deal with them? You have no choice but to deal with them, you know? Because when you were not with those things, now it's, oh, I wish I had this, I wish I had that, I wish I had that. You the I wish I could have, you know, I would have kind of person. But then when you get them, it's dang, I should have never, why would I? No. You caused this on yourself. This is the choices you made. You signed up for this. This is what you have to take on, simply. This is the success, this accomplishments that you want. You have to go for it. Don't ever sign up for anything that you're not ready for. And if you're not ready for it, get the answers that you need so you can prepare for it. That's all. That's simply all it is to this world. That's it. People sign up for things knowing that they shouldn't sign up for it without getting the information or knowledge of it. But they still take that risk. It's more to it than just taking the risk. You can't take the risk without no information, no knowledge of it, no understanding of it. You're blind walking. You're going to walk blind your whole life? You need clarity sometimes. That's like you walking on a foggy road. You can't see nothing. So you just rely on your faith. Okay, that's okay. But then, if God's not providing you enough information as you say, if you're not getting the information for yourself as you should be doing, then where are you going? You're walking on a blind road with no help, no support, no one to show you the way of the road. It's clearly fogged up. But if you're walking on a clear, sunny road with information, with God, with yourself, you are provided more than enough to accomplish anything you have ever dreamed of. And that's simply that. Nothing else more to it. You're supposed to want clarity. And to want clarity, you have to continuously place the energy into the things that you know that will clear the way for you. If you're being distracted and you're placing your energy into things that you know that will distract you more than clear your mind or clear your path, then how do you expect to be clear of way? It will take time, understand. But the longer it takes for you to understand where to place your time and your energy, the longer it will take for your path to clear way.
Definitely.
Man, take it away, man. Anything else? Anything else, man? I'm getting into it, man. I'm feeling it. No homo.
Definitely. Also, I would say, be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Self-evaluation, really. You know, self-evaluation is definitely, like, some people, you know, think, you know, they make good decisions already, but sometimes sometimes, you know, you're wrong about the decisions you make. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So you have to, like, self-evaluate. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like that one book in the Bible where, you know, like that one story where I forgot. Oh man, I forgot his name. Oh god.
No, you're good.
That's a bad thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, like where, dude fell in the water, and then he had to walk to Jesus, but like he was nervous.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't walking by faith. He was just, just walking. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's kind of like how you gotta treat, your life a little. You know what I'm saying? You can't let the obstacles like scare stuff like get in your way of that. You know what I'm saying? So definitely be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
You don't gotta lie to yourself.
Yeah.
It was like lying is one of the worst things.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm zoning out over here. I'm looking at the rest of my notes.
No, it's all good.
As I'm listening to you, I'm looking at these notes, and this is another one I actually want to touch on, and really just share with everyone. Something that I actually wrote down because I listened to one podcast.
Yeah.
Of someone breaking down the Bible of quotes of the words. And I just want to say, when you're doing those things, do your research on the people that you are listening to. Do your research on, let's say, the missionaries, let's say the people that's around them, the servants, whoever say they are servants of God. Do your research on those people sometimes, because there are servants, there are churches out here misleading people, taken, as we were just talking about, taken away from people, and not meaning anything that they're saying. Just saying they believe in things that they do not believe in. They are leading people astray. They're leading people to trees with no fruits, just leaves. So, what I mean by that is, during spring, during summer, you see these beautiful flowers, these beautiful trees. This is just a conception of something that I'm using. And you see these beautiful trees and leaves and flowers, and you're like, wow, this is a beautiful sight. So peaceful, so calming. But during October, during fall in general, you see the leaves change. That's how you know a change is upcoming. That's how you know the weather is changing. You get signs of the weather changing, which is actually pretty cool. But back on track. So when you go up to trees during the winter, you usually do not see leaves on the tree because they have simply fallen. They have died. When you go up to a random tree, you notice different patterns in that tree. Every tree has different patterns, just like every human has different patterns. They all grow at different paces. Some grow even faster than others. Some grow longer than others. Some grow taller than others. Some don't grow. Some are too short. Some are too small. This is just conceptions. This is just way of life, how I can connect it back to human and nature at the same time, as you can see. So, back on track about the leaves and the trees. So, back to spring and summertime. You have trees that are healthy. You have trees that are dead, but they have leaves. You have trees that are evil, but they have leaves. And what I mean by evil is there are trees that may look beautiful, but they are poisonous trees. They can cause sickness. They can cause death. They can cause even pain, blood, hurt to yourself. Like you say, the pricks on the trees. It's different kinds of branches and trees and things in life. And you just have to understand which one is authentic, which one is fake. You have to do your research. You have to understand what one is for you, what road is for you. How to take your time. Really take your time simply.
Yeah.
And really analyze what's around you. Who's around you? Why are they around you? Are these people around you for good reasons, for bad reasons? What are their intentions? Really sit there and key in on these things, because again, as I related to the trees and the branches and the leaves, it might throw you off, but when you really think about it, it's people out there that's so unauthentic that you may not even know. They might speak of a word that you may not even know, and you go and research and it's not the same of what they were saying. It don't match up with who they are. And then you have people who may have followed something for years, and still truly does not even believe in themselves because of something they're holding on to. It's just so many different varieties of things, of people of concepts of things people may even be going through, or just life in general. You know, we can put it just like that. And you just have to be careful of who you are around, what you follow, and what people say. You have to listen, pay attention, observe, analyze. Is it worth your time? Is it worth your energy? Is it worth your space? Do you believe in it? Ask these questions, not even to the other people that you are around, but to yourself mainly, because that matters more. You matter more. Take yourself seriously, your energy, take your time seriously. Don't let everyone waste your time. Everybody is not worth your time, honestly. Take it that serious, because it is. It is. It is. Believe it or not, your time is ticking. Your time is ticking now, not later. You are growing. Older. We don't get younger. Your time is ticking every single year, every second, every day, every minute. So just be mindful of that again, because like I was saying, once again, there are trees out there that you simply wouldn't understand are poisonous unless you look it up, or unless you touch it and already reacted to it. And then there's people in life just the same way. You won't know they so authentic until you actually touch them the wrong way with a word that you said. A word, one word, can change someone's whole demeanor, their life, their presence. Because they're holding on to their trauma, their past. Beauty is beauty, yes. Everybody likes beautiful things, nice things. But at the same time, beauty can be evil.
Yeah.
Beauty can be a distraction. Beauty can be a way to overpower. People can hang beauty over people to overpower them because they're more beautiful. I heard concepts like this. I'm not just speaking. This is real life things that I've heard of. People think they're more qualified than other people because simply of their looks, their demeanor, how they carry themselves. That's not enough. You can carry yourself so perfect that you don't even think it's a mistake, but then someone else can see your mistake. You can carry yourself so perfect, but you so messed up in the head that you don't even see your own mistake. There's so many concepts that you can go about over and over again in cycles, but you really just need to do your research and analyze things around you so you can understand these concepts. Because it's life things. These are real things that are happening to this day around us. So please pay attention to them. Because everybody is not your friend. Everybody is not there for you. Everybody don't want to support you. Everybody don't want to see you win. They don't want it to be you. Why would they want it to be you over them? It's a selfish world. You have to understand that. So be mindful of who you are placing yourself around. Even though you may want more for someone else, they may not want the same for you in return. So be honest. Be respectful. Regardless of how they may come about things, you still remain you, because at the end of the day, you are you. Don't let anyone change that. No one. Because that's just a gift simply that you earned. You weren't just given it for no reason. Things don't happen for no reason. Never believe that either. Everything happens for a reason. Just like the seasons changing. That happens for a reason. Global warming. You know what I mean?
And some people don't even believe.
We can't stay in summer every year, every time. Even when people are in summer in different countries, it's still not summertime. That's their winter. And they still usually get some type of storms and tsunamis. You know, everybody have different seasons for different reasons. You know? You just got to actually analyze and research things, because everything changes for a reason. And sometimes change is good, of course. I believe in that. You really have to change a lot to see more. I'll say that. Change is very crucial when you are trying to follow something that you may believe in. When you are trying to accomplish things, you may not be doing the same things that you're doing simply now, which is change. Change is very crucial. So just analyze those things again. You know, do your research. I take notes a lot on myself, on others, which they don't realize. I'm not putting their name down in my notebook, of course not, because again, this is about me and my journey. But if I can, I'll help spread a word of knowledge to help someone else with their journey, so they know it's not all just about accomplishments and success. The next car that I drive, the next watch that I got, the next fur jacket I got, the next mic he get, the next polo shirt I get, The next expensive shoes, expensive socks that I get, the next stuff that everybody else already have in this world. I'm not the only one with this, you know? The next stuff that everybody else get. I'm not the only one. And that don't mean nothing to me. I can take it off now. God can strip me of my clothes now. And I'm still going to be the same person preaching the same thing. And that authenticity just does not last in this world. People will get stripped of everything that they used to have and still won't even be the same person. You have to remain you. Remain calm. I'm so confident that I gained so much information so far in this world, in this life, at this moment, at this age, at this presence of my life, that if I was to lose everything now, I would be able to gain it back through the confidence. Just the confidence and the faith that I have and the knowledge and the information I gain. So I'm not even worried about none of this. If it disappear, I don't know. Someone take it by tomorrow. I get robbed, anything. If it was to be gone, I'm going to get it back. Because I have that faith. Not even just in myself, but in God. That he's going to take care of me. He's going to watch over me. He's going to protect me. So whatever happens, just know there's always an outcome to everything. Definitely. Always believe that you will bounce back from the negatives. And don't always think negative, because there's always a positive side to everything. There's always a solution to everything. Just believe, man. Keep that faith. Don't let anyone put these depictions in your head that you got to be this perfect person. You got to have the nicest things, the flashiest things. You know what I mean? Honestly, I don't care if you shop at Walmart. I don't care if you shop at Dollar Tree. I don't care if you shop at Shein. I don't care if you shop at Temu. I don't care about none of that stuff. It don't make me. It don't make you. None of that makes you. Money don't make you. You are you for you. That's that. Without those things, remember, who were you without that? What did you want without that? I guarantee you, I can tell you now, you wanted to be that person. You wanted to be that guy or that girl. You wanted to be in that light. You wanted to be the guy or the center of attention. You wanted to feel that love, that presence of being there in that moment. You wanted people to clap for you. You wanted to be successful. You wanted to make your mom proud. You want to buy your mom a house. You want to buy yourself a car. You want to buy these flashy things. You want to buy this. You want to buy that. Everybody wanted to be that guy, be that girl, be that person. But then when they get there, they don't know how to simply handle it. They fold or don't last because they're not used to it. So that's when you go to somebody that has been used to it. God. That's the only person I know that's been used to it more than anybody in this world. Nobody started off as a millionaire or a billionaire without anybody else's help. And that's God. Honestly, that's God. People don't understand this world is just so stuck on the financials, but not understanding everyone wasn't like this to this day, right now as they are. They face failures. They face weakness. They've been vulnerable plenty of times in their life. And they don't share it. They just share all the accomplishments. And people get so blurred out of not even buy the things that they have. Like nobody else has them. Everybody else has that, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can try to be one of one and get everything else that everybody else doesn't have and pay more money and all this other crazy stuff. But at the end of the day, there's always something that you think nobody has that they definitely have. Definitely. Because everybody else wants the same thing you want. So if you want the same thing that somebody else wants, how do that make you different? What do you want to do differently? You have to separate yourself from the people that want the same thing, because the people that want the same thing, down the road, 5 years later, 10 years later, 20 years later, they won't be in those same positions. I promise you. Because they all want the same thing. Find something to follow in that's truly worth it, that will provide abundance and prosperity for you for a lifetime, for eternity, even when you're not even on this earth anymore. Find something that means more to you than the materialistic things that you can get by today. You can spend your last check on that today. You know what I mean? You go buy that at the mall today. You can go buy it when you get your next check in 2 weeks or a week, whatever the case is. That stuff is going to always be there. It's going nowhere. So start now, work, and you can have all that stuff later, because it's not going anywhere. It's going to advance. But I've been yapping this whole session, man. Really just spoke my mind.
You definitely did your thing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I don't like speak nothing but the truth, man. That's it, you know.
That's what everyone should.
If you catch me lying, man, it's probably better for you.
Like that's all everyone should talk. You know what I'm saying? They speak the truth.
Yeah.
That's it. No lies. Speak the truth.
Yeah. You know.
It's a crazy world we live in.
Yeah. That's all I like to do. I like to speak the truth. You know, speak some real knowledge. Speak about things that nobody else is gonna speak about. They're not gonna inform you that because they either too scared to inform themselves about it, or they just don't want you to gain that much information to the point where you succeed more than them. But it's just not even about that. It's not competition. It don't mean anything to me. At the end of the day, you successful, but I'm the one that's still here trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? So if you successful, I'm gonna applaud you. But not only that, I'm gonna come to you because you closer to me, and I'm gonna just ask questions. How did you get here? What did you do here? What would be the advice from you to me? It could be as simple as that. It don't have to be you want to see the taxes. It don't have to be that deep. It don't have to be that deep. People take it so far when they see their next friend or somebody they used to be friends with or anything like that achieve something that they always dreamed of or that they never seen that person doing. And that's okay. You're not going to always see everything coming. Again, you're not God. You have to understand that. You're not going to see everything coming. You're going to be blindsided by different things. And that's going to require you to change different things. And that's okay because that change was meant to happen as you grow. Everything is meant to happen. If you're not going to get tired of doing the same thing, I promise you God is going to get tired of seeing you doing the same thing. And he's going to place you in positions to force you to change on purpose.
No, I don't feel that though.
So, to understand that, everything has a reason, everything has a purpose. Walk into that purpose with confidence and faith. No matter how it changes, no matter how it affects you, it affects others, there will be sacrifices that you have to make, and that's okay. Because in the end of it all, once it's made and said and done, everybody will come right back. I promise you. I promise you. You'll be lonely and you will be by yourself for a temporary moment, and that's okay because you're on a journey of trying to get yourself together. But after it's all said and done and it's together, everyone will be right back. Right back.
Yeah.
Hands out, just like this, as if you are God. I'll say that again. You are not God, but they will be treating you as if you are a God, idolizing you, praising you, which they do to multiple people in this world. And they're not even close to being no God. Not even close. They don't even know how to manage the things that they have going on. And again, that's not no place for you to judge or me, but for someone to be idolized and not know how to manage even themselves is despicable. So we basically just praise sin over wanting prosperity, abundance, the positive things, solutions, kindness, family, love. We just praise sinful things. Watching someone trying to find themselves in their life is okay. That's okay, That's a good stage, watching somebody really transform in front of you. But at the same time, when you see someone damn near about to lose their life, trying to put on an image for the world or trying to please you. A lot of people like to please. If you're putting on the image so bad that you're trying to please someone that you're losing yourself, let that go. It's not worth losing yourself. It's not worth losing your soul. Let it go. Remove them. Cut them off right then and there. They don't deserve you. They don't deserve your time. Understand your worth. Once you understand your worth, you understand that no one deserves you as much as you actually give them time to deserve you. As much as you put yourself in those present moments, it could be anything. It could be meetings. It could be anything so small. And it's not even prideful. This is just understanding who you are and where do you belong in this world. Once you understand that certain things are not worth your time, which it just comes with maturity and time, and I'm still learning, but once you understand those things, you understand if this not worth this, or if this doesn't benefit this, you won't go.
Yeah, definitely.
But sometimes it's not always just about the benefits, Sometimes, again, you got to put that image to the side because that's all people focus on is benefits. We focus on benefits so much that they still get taken away from us. Like, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but look it up. You're getting benefits that's still getting taken away. You're not getting full benefits. People always think they get full benefits. No, there's taxes. The government got to eat more than you at the end of the day. They taking care of you more than you taking care of you, which is crazy how they put it. Because at the end of the day, you're living your life taking care of you. You say when you pay your bills, you're taking care of your bills, your car insurance, your car, your gas, your house, your family. It's always you. But they don't see it as that. They see it as that they're taking care of you because they have the things to help you, the resources to help you. You know? And it's sad to look at it like that. But when you think about benefits, you're not getting no full benefits because, again, there's pieces and little things being taken out and fees to be given to someone else who simply has not even been in your position to work for it, which is crazy. But that is the world we live in. Everybody wants a benefit out of everything that you do, that you make happen for yourself. But that's okay. You don't be that evil person because that's how this world is. They want to take, and put you in a position to where you think the same way as them. Don't fall in the trap. Don't fall in the trap, bro. Please do not fall in the trap. Because that's the worst thing. That's exactly what this world leads to sometimes. Traps. Plenty of traps. You know, diversions. And for anyone who reads the Bible and understand the quotes and the words and the verses, it really touches your soul and it really helps you reflect and really think about life and understand like how the book of Christ and what he's saying is actually true. It's real. It's real things that has happened in life, and you can reflect on it and go back to and actually think like, damn, this just happened today or yesterday or the day before that or back then, past tense, doesn't matter. You can still reflect on it because it happened. And that's what he wants. He puts words and verses in there for those who simply want, not want, but need to understand. I'll say need. I wouldn't even say want. Because a want, again, is something temporary. Something that you just want for the moment. But a need, you can't go without it. It's hard to breathe without it. Hard to function without it. It's to the point where I need him now because I'm seeing things constantly that I can reflect to through his words. And that's what makes it so important and so believable because when you see things that happen in anything, it could be a book, a movie, it's easier for you to believe it because you've seen it.
Exactly.
So it's like, oh, I used to not believe that, but now I believe it because I've seen it for myself. And that's what he wants you to see. He wants you to see so clearly to the point where you won't ever question his help, his support, his love, his kindness, his guidance, his work, his opportunities, his gifts, his blessings, his opinions, his options, his decisions, his choices, his behaviors. You won't ever question it again. That's how clear he wants it to be to you. But he doesn't make it that clear for just anybody to open it up and look at it as if it's a book and just a book simply only. Every book has power in some kind of word and it leaves some type of perception or some type of perspective on you if you actually take time to take notes and read it. Why do you think in school, high school, middle school, whatever school you was in, they tell you to take notes? You know, you take notes and you come back, you do a quiz, you do a test to see if you actually learn, if you actually listened. It's the same way with the book of Christ, but it's different because now it's a servant of Christ that's asking you these different things. Did you read this chapter? Do you understand this part? How did this touch you? What can you relate to on this part? When you go to church, they question it. They question, you know? They ask questions there. Regardless if you think they don't, they do. Because they see you show up every day, you look good, you look nice, but is that all you care about? You know? So I'm quite for sure they question it. They want to know, are you really walking in faith? Or are you just here walking in someone else's faith? Are you just here walking and look good? Because you think this is the gala. This is the time for you to show off your clothes. Get attention. Be under some type of spotlight because that's all you dreamed of. It's more to it. A lot of people think like this though. And it's sad. But it's more to it than just the things that we simply idolize or emphasize in this world. It seems like we all just want one thing, money. But then when you get it, you don't know how to manage it because you never had it. So who gonna teach you how to manage? You know you gotta teach somebody. You know you have to pay somebody to teach you how to manage, right? So now you giving somebody else money out your pocket that you work for, or took it from somebody else, or sacrificed someone else for. So at the end of the day, somebody need a percentage out of something. It's all benefits. Everybody need a benefit out of everything. It never have to be free. It has to be a reason for everything. They want you to explain everything. Pay attention to these things, man. Again, in high school, middle school, any school, teachers tell you to take notes and prepare for classes, prepare for tests, exams, so you can pass. But they don't do it just because. They want to see if you actually know what you're talking about. Did you actually learn? Are you actually listening when I'm speaking to you? Is it making sense to you? This is how you gain understanding, when you take notes about things. That's why I take notes constantly, day after day, of the things that I have done. Simply my own choices. The stuff that I have said to people, the stuff that I have done to people. And why have I done it? I take notes plenty of times. I don't know if you can see it, but it's more and more and more pages. It's so much words filled in this book, to the point where, like, you would be lost if you was to open it up to the first page, because you simply wouldn't even understand what I am speaking about. It's more real than you ever even imagined. You may look at me differently when you look at my book and then you look at me. But no. I hope I didn't lose you. Again, you may look at me differently when you read my book and open the first page versus when you look at me. You may have thought, oh, he's ignorant. He doesn't know anything. He's just like anybody else. Oh, he's flaunting. He's putting on a fake. He's putting on a floss. He's not real. He's not keeping it 100. He's not telling me the truth. He's doing this for the views, the image. He's doing this for someone else. No. Everything I do is for me. For me. So I can help someone else. Understand that first. First thing first. And number two, every last word in this book means something to me. I'm just not just sitting there writing, wasting my time, listening to podcasts, listening to servants, listening to God's word, listening to myself. I'm not doing all these things and collecting all this information to sit there and be like, okay, that's good. No. It's more to that. You can't just sit there and be like, that's good, because everything is not just good. And you have to simply accept that. If you're not good, then you're not good. If you are good, then you good. But understand, you are no better than God. Understand, remain humble in the good situation that you are in, because it still can be taken. Understand, everyone has a purpose. But understand that purpose still can be taken if you are not worthy of it. And yes, he has so much power to tell you you are not worthy of it. Of course. Because he is the man that is going out his way at work every day to supply and support, to provide for you and others, day by day, hour by hour, while we sleep, while we pray, while we listen, while we fight, while we die, while we breathe. Everything, every minute, every second, he's there. So yes, he can take that away. Yes, he has that power to tell you you are not worth it, or you're not ready. Simply, and that's just what it be. You're just not ready. It doesn't be you're not worthy or you're not worth it. You're just not ready. So my apologies for saying that. But if you're not ready, you need to understand you're simply not ready. And prepare yourself. He shall prepare. He shall prepare. Understand that. He shall prepare. Keep that in mind. And you shall prepare. He can't just want it for you and you not want it for yourself. And that's with anything you do. If somebody wanted more than you, how do you expect to level up or change or see better days, accomplish things? How do you expect yourself to even get that far if you're not even trying to get that far yourself? But I'm thankful for you guys having me on this podcast. I'm thankful for you. It's a moment of silence. I know I was getting deep, man. I appreciate everybody, supporters. Again, even the ones that doubted. I'm thankful for God, mostly thankful for family. You're going to continue to see more of me. Even if you don't like it, it's okay. because it's a lot of things that I don't like, but I still have to sit there and find a way to, be the solution to the problem, regardless of the problem, because life goes on. It don't stop because someone dislikes something that you do or that you like and they just simply don't like. So keep that in mind, keep a mind for yourself and go for anything that you want in this life. God bless.
Do whatever. Like in this life, you can do whatever you can imagine. You know what I'm saying? But that's really, at the end of the day, that's all you can do. Just be yourself and be truthful to one another, gain knowledge, and help each other out.